Hey guys! I've had quite a few conversations with people about traveling around Europe, and many people, for some strange reason, don't seem to know about a service called BlaBlaCar. Now, many people think that traveling to Europe and traveling across Europe can be very, very expensive. Actually, traveling across it can be surprisingly cheap. So, using BlaBlaCar, you can get from point A to point B for one, a much cheaper price than public transport, more often than not, and two, you can travel there faster because you haven't got so many stops along the way. So some buses and trains may stop in more than one place and not go direct. So in that case, traveling using BlaBlaCar would be a much better option. So BlaBlaCar, what is it? Basically, it's like Uber, but instead of people going on there just to make a business, they're literally ordinary people, 99% of the time local people that live in that country and need to go from point A to point B for either work or to see family or friends. So what they do is just ask for a set amount, say for example 10 euros, to contribute towards the gas cost. So you'll just pay that amount using your account on BlaBlaCar, and you will meet at a certain point as designated by the BlaBlaCar driver, or negotiated between you and the driver. So depending on the number of seats that they have, that will change the number of people or the number of passengers that may be there with you. You may end up just being by yourself. You could be with 2-3 other people. It just depends on how many people decide to join that ride with you. For those people that are hearing this and are thinking, isn't that dangerous? I mean, you're getting in the car with some random person. It's almost the same as hitchhiking, isn't it? So I actually had people react that way to me as well when I said, oh yeah, that's my plan tomorrow. I'm going to get in the car with this stranger and go from this city to the next. And just to relieve you of that unnecessary fear, the website, it acts like Uber or Airbnb in that it's all a verified system where it's completely reliant on other people's reviews. So you can just ensure that you go with people that have had really good reviews, positive reviews left for them on their site, on their page. And if you do that, then you're pretty much guaranteed to be having a good time, because if people didn't have a good time or they were a serial killer, they're not going to have good reviews, are they? So yeah, it's just I think that being reasonably cautious, doing your research, as long as you do all that, then it's a perfectly safe option, and certainly an option that is of great value to you, not just because you save a lot of money. If people ask me what I gain the most out of BlaBlaCar, it would be the connections that I make while using that service. So I have met some of the most amazing people on my trips just from using BlaBlaCar. For example, just recently I went from London to Oxford in the UK, and I met this amazing woman. It turns out she's a reporter, does documentaries, and as I live in Japan, we have been talking about possibly starting to organize a documentary production in Japan. And that kind of opportunity was born as a result of me choosing to use BlaBlaCar instead of going by bus or by train. And also, just to give you an idea of how much money I saved 35 euros by going with her, and an hour in travel time. So, and on top of that, I also got all these amazing tips and recommendations for awesome places to visit while I was in Oxford as well. So there's just too many. The benefits are absolutely limitless. That was one situation. Another one was when I was in Spain. I traveled, where was I? I think I traveled from maybe Valencia to Granada, and there was another woman in the car there with me as a passenger, another fellow passenger, and after having a really good talk during our car ride, we became really good friends and decided to spend the next 3 days together. So we were both solo female travelers, and we ended up going all around the city together for the next 3 days, and yeah, it was an amazing time, and it was a lot more of a meaningful trip to that city of Granada. Very, very meaningful trip though, because I was able to meet such an amazing woman there. So yeah, it's an amazing service. Please check it out. I'll also put the link at the bottom of this video, so you can just click on that. This is completely a non-sponsored video. This is just me deciding to make this video because I was just shocked at how many people didn't know about BlaBlaCar, and it's just too good for people to pass up if they have the opportunity to use it. So that's that. I'll also be making a few more videos about other tips and awesome tools that you can use while traveling that I've used personally, that many people don't know about and have been asking me about. So yeah, I just like to share the knowledge that I've gained from other awesome people that have been happy to share it with me. And I think that if you know about such a great thing, it's just wrong to keep it to yourself. So I hope to share amazing tips and tools with you from here on out. Look forward to it, and if you have any questions or comments, feel free to leave them. Obviously, feel free to subscribe if you would like to know about more tips and tricks from an Aussie that's been traveling around the world. And I also, as I mentioned, live in Japan, and I've been living there for the past 8 years. So if you have any questions about Japan, about traveling, there are certainly many things that I could give you advice on. So feel free to reach out, ask your questions, and I'd be happy to answer. So yeah, all right, see you guys.